right, everyone. Welcome to Michigan Hoops Weekly on your home for all things Michigan basketball 98.4. I'm your host, Steve Weingarten, and we're going to get right into things here today. If you didn't know, the Wolverines remain undefeated at home after defeating Illinois 70-61 on Sunday at Chrysler Arena. Tim Hardaway Jr. broke out of a slump and scored 15 points to lead the Wolverines, and Evan Smotrich, who has been just awful at points this year, finally found his shooting stroke and scored 13 points for the Wolverines. What can you really say about Evan Smotrich this year? He's been a great shooter throughout his career. He just started off slow this season and it really hurt his confidence, but it's really good to see him get going again. Outstanding freshman point guard Trey Burke, on the other hand, obviously had another stellar game, chipping in with 14 points. He's been playing excellent this year. For the Illini, you may remember a few months ago when Brandon Paul broke out onto the scene and scored 41 points against Ohio State in a performance that propelled them over the number 2 ranked team in the nation at the time. The Wolverines did a good job of not letting Paul get any rhythm from behind the three-point line in the game. Even though he did still score 21 points, he was held in check by the Wolverine defense for most of the night. With the win, the Wolverines are now 9-4 in Big Ten play and sit third in the conference behind Ohio State and Michigan State. Illinois, on the other hand, drops to 5-7 in Big Ten play, and now this team is really going to have to pick it up for the last month of the season if they want to see themselves in that 64-team field in March. Next up for the Illini is a game with the Purdue Boilermakers on Wednesday night in West Lafayette. Michigan, on the other hand, has an enormous game coming up on Saturday afternoon with the dreaded Ohio State Buckeyes coming into Ann Arbor. Ohio State is ranked 6th in the country right now, and it just adds to the intensity of this rivalry. And all you diehard Michigan fans like me, you know how big this game is. It doesn't matter that they're ranked 6th. It's just the fact that it's Ohio State against Michigan. We can't stand these guys, and we need to beat them. It can't get any more intense. If it needed any more meaning, the two teams are only separated by only one game in the Big Ten standings as we start to close in on the conference tournament time. This game could really help predict how the seeding will play out for the Big Ten tournament. The Wolverines are going to need a huge game from their big men. In the last matchup, the Wolverines' bigs were just completely overpowered by Jared Sullinger, the sophomore center for the Buckeyes, and Lionel Smith Jr., who grabbed rebound after rebound over the Michigan big men. If Michigan wants any chance to win this game, it's crucial that they have better play from their big men. Well, what can you really say about Jared Sullinger, though? The man is just a man. He's a man among boys this season. The guy is leading the number 6 team in the country in scoring with 17 points. And the guy pulls down 10 rebounds a game as well. He's just a beast. If you didn't know, back on January 29th, the Buckeyes nipped the Wolverines in Columbus 64-49. Honestly, I know Michigan has a 14-game winning streak at home. They're undefeated there this season. But I really don't see that lasting after Sunday. The Buckeyes are just a great team with tons of length and talent. Not only that, but they have tons of experience too, which is something Michigan doesn't have. Michigan only has 2 seniors on their lineup, and just give them 2-3 more years, I'll see them, you'll see a large improvement with this team. You might even see a team like Ohio State is right now. I see the game being a lot closer than it was back in Columbus, but I'm still going to have to say that the Buckeyes come out of this one with single-digit victory. Less than 5 points, though. But now we're going to hit the phones. We want to hear what you listeners think about this game. If you want to call, the lines are open. Call 519-817-4747. We want to know what you think. Do the Wolverines have a chance to beat the number 6 ranked Buckeyes this season? First, we got Taylor from Windsor, Ontario on the phone. How you doing, Taylor?
Hello.
How's it going, buddy?
Oh, you're there. Hey, how's it going? Long time, first time caller.
Oh, first time caller, eh? Nice.
No, I just want to let you know that whenever you refer to Ohio State, you should know to call them Ohio, okay? Only Ohio. No Ohio State, just Ohio, all right?
Taking the good old Brady Hoke approach. I like that.
Anyways, to get to the point, I think that the Wolverines will come above on top come Saturday.
Wow.
Sullinger is a manimal among men's, if you ask me. As you said, he's getting 10 boards a game, 17 points. And he's very lengthy along with Smith Jr., but I could see that this home court is going to play a big key factor for the Wolverines. As you know, they are a great home team, and they play very well under Beeline in that three-point shooting offense. I think the score probably going to be 66-1. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. 66.
Oh, we got a funny guy on the line.
We got 66-59 for the Wolverines. They're going to hit some free throws at the end of the game to seal the deal, and Sullinger's going to go back to the con artist city, state of Ohio.
All right, Taylor. Thanks for your call. We like your input. Have a good one, buddy.
See you later.
All right. So Taylor there, he sounds pretty confident in the Wolverines to get that victory. He brought up the point about the home court advantage. I mean, in college basketball, home court advantage is just huge. All it takes is one or two shots and the momentum to swing, and you got the crowd on your hand or on your side, and things can really start to happen for you. And we've really seen that with Michigan this year as they've played really well at home. So, if they do have a chance, it's really going to be that home crowd. They're going to have to get loud and really help the Wolverines through this one. But after we talked about that, we're getting closer and closer to March, which means we're getting closer and closer to the big dance, aka the NCAA tournament. In light of this, I'm going to talk a little bit about where I think Michigan stands right now within the tournament and what line I think they'll end up on come tournament time. Honestly, I could really see this Michigan team being a number 2 or 3 seed in this tournament. They're definitely skilled enough, but just some of their difficult losses this season that I really think hurts their seeding. First off, we have that dreadful 16-point loss at Iowa. Yes, lowly 5-7 Iowa. You can't lose 16. You can't lose by 16. I don't care if it's on the road. Iowa is not a good team, and Michigan really needed that game. That was a killer for them right there. The other one that really hurt the Wolverines was that loss at Virginia in the Big Ten ACC Challenge. Beating a ranked Virginia team at home back in November would have been another impressive win to add to their resume, alongside wins over Wisconsin, Michigan State, and Indiana. However, on the bright side, Michigan, their RPI and strength of schedule are really good this year. They're in a loaded Big Ten conference with what the projections are. There's supposed to be 5 Big Ten teams that are locks into the NCAA tournament. You got Michigan, you got Ohio State, you got Indiana, you got Michigan State, and maybe Wisconsin. All of them pretty good teams. And then when you look at Michigan's RPI, and if anybody out here, any of you listeners don't know about RPI, it stands for Rating Percentage Index, and it's basically only used in college basketball. And basically what it does is it's based upon a team's wins, losses, and their strength of schedule. So if you have a higher RPI, the selection committee will really consider you to be into the tournament. When you talk about Michigan, they have the 3rd best RPI in the Big Ten, and they have the 2nd strongest schedule in the Big Ten, only behind Michigan State. So now we're going to get back to the phone lines as we have Brett Bulmer on the line, and he's from East Lansing. I think we got a Spartan fan on the line here. How you doing, Brett?
I'm good. I am a Spartan fan, Steve, but I'm a reasonable basketball fan too. I think Michigan's a good team, but I just don't know how you could say they're a 2 or 3 seed. I mean, in my opinion, they got to be 5 or 6 right now. They just how is the selection committee going to pick them that high? When they go to make their selections up come March, they look at key quality road wins. Now you look at Michigan's schedule: at Virginia, loss; at Indiana, loss; at Iowa, loss; at Arkansas, loss; at Ohio State, loss; at Michigan State, loss. Their really only big road win comes where? Against Illinois? Is that good? I mean, they won at Purdue. That's not a quality road win. Where's their signature road win? They don't have many signature wins to begin with. Really, they beat Wisconsin. That's a pretty good win there, and Indiana. Other than that, I don't see how they could be a 2 or 3 seed.
Okay, thanks for the call, Brett. I really like what Brett had to say there. He made some good points about Michigan. Really, their road woes this season have just been way too much. You can't take a win at Nebraska or a win at Purdue and call that a good road win. And that's just going to come come with time and with getting older for the Wolverines. They'll get better. But Brett, I know you're a realist, and I really like what you say there. 5 or 6 seed, I could easily see the Wolverines there just because of their road losses this season.
I'll give them this though. If they go out and run the table in the Big Ten, if they can beat Ohio State, and after that the schedule seems pretty easy. I mean, they got Northwestern, Purdue, Illinois, Penn State. Those are all pretty simple games. 3 of them are on the road, but I think they should be able to win those. If they win those and then win 2 or 3 games in the Big Ten tournament, then you're thinking maybe around a 3 seed, possibly 2 if they win the Big Ten tournament.
That's right. All right, Brett, thanks a lot for the call, buddy. Have a good one.
Anytime.
All right, well, that pretty much wraps it up for this edition of Michigan Basketball Weekly. Make sure we see everybody Saturday night in Ann Arbor. Let's go Blue. Take it easy, everybody.